Welcome to the Know Nothing Show with Alan Elkins and Rich Friedman, who've been in the legal profession for over 30 years and now want to share their experience and knowledge with you. Hey, maybe they do know a little something. You can join Alan and Rich by calling in toll-free 1-800-889-0267 or watch them on elkinsandfriedman.com on Friday nights. Now your hosts for the next hour, Alan Elkins and Rich Friedman.
And hey now, and a good evening to everybody. I'm Alan Elkins, and we have the beautiful Nicole with us tonight. However, we don't have Richard Friedman. Out of the last month, Nicole, I think Richard was here once on time?
Yeah.
Just once. What's with this guy?
Don't be surprised. I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either, Richard. I know you're out there. I know you must be on your way, but this is absurd. We're going to carry on without you, Richard. And although you're not here, we have Freddie, the producer. How are you tonight, Freddie? There's Freddie's giving us a big thumbs up. We have Linda, his trusty assistant. We have, as always, the faithful Lynn the board op. How are you tonight, Lynn?
Good, thank you.
And, of course, there's me, Alan, and the lovely Nicole, but no Richard Friedman. So
I think I should start sitting in his seat.
maybe.
That way you could get a better view of me on camera all the time.
I wonder if it would be a better view of you. I don't know. It's not bad, but you know what? You're right. I see like the giant spring. Can you move the arm up? Maybe move the arm of the mic up. And anybody that wants to see what the lovely, beautiful Nicole looks like, or the equally handsome Alan, which is me, you can join us by going on www.theknownothingshow.com.
Okay. That's better.
All right, we're having well, not technical difficulties, but we're moving the equipment around. All right, Freddie, we done? We're set?
Good.
Hey, and we would love for you to join in with us. You can do so by calling 1-800-889-0267 or 561-844-6167. Again, we're broadcasting from WBZT 1230 in the Palm Beaches. And again, look at us at theknownothingshow.com. So as always, let's start out and say, Nicole, you ready for the weekend?
I am.
Got any plans?
Ready. Going to New Jersey, so I'm finishing packing. And
When do you actually leave?
leave Sunday at 6 a.m.
6 a.m. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah.
give you a little bit more time there. And who are we going to visit in New York, if we might be so bold to ask?
My wonderful sister and her family.
Well, that's very nice. Okay, your sister lives there, younger sister, older sister?
She's older.
All right, so that's
half
very
sister.
nice. When's the last time you saw her?
They came down this summer. They were here in July.
And that's her calling you right now.
No.
But, well, listen, you'll be gone the next 2 weeks. We'll miss you. Maybe you'll call us from New Jersey.
Sure.
What area in
I
New
will.
Jersey are you going to be in?
She's in Manalapan.
All right. Is that a nice area? I'm not that familiar. I know they
Yeah.
call it the Garden State.
Yeah, it's a nice area.
It's a pretty area?
Very pretty. Like, it is a lot of, like, open grassy area.
Still cold there?
Yeah, it's supposed to be really cold.
Yeah, you going to make it
Snowing.
into the city at all, or?
I don't know. I'd like to, but it's probably not that type of trip, so.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we wish you well, and we will carry on. If you get a chance to call us from New York, we will. Freddie, you got anything you want to add while we're waiting for Friedman? Anything, you up to anything this weekend?
Well, you got new fans.
I got new fans. Yeah, tell me about that.
They called us on AMP's phone number, and they said that your show is entertaining and funny.
Now, those people obviously have good taste, and if I think you told me it was a woman in the Aventura area, correct?
That's correct. I'm going to text her to see if she'll call in to say hi.
We do. We would love people to participate. I've got a lot of articles, and I'm going to start on them in a minute. I also told you, I have a woman that I represent, and she opened up a tire store. And this woman is the kind of person that you know is always going to be successful. Actually, I don't think she'd mind me saying I handled her divorce. She had a company with her husband. She was obviously the brains of the company, so I lucked out in that respect. Negotiated a settlement, and then she said, to heck with him at the old location. She says, I'm going to go down to Aventura, and I'm going to open my own tire store. And she's been successful from the get-go. And her name's Kathy Irani. And the name of the business is Friendly Repair Tires. They're off of 167th Street, anybody that knows the area. And she told me, she says, Alan, I'll listen. Not only that, but if anybody is interested in tires, I'm going to give them some type of discount if they say they heard it on the Know Nothing show. So, Kathy, if you're listening and you want to call us, you can call to give us the specifics. If you don't want to, that's okay. But I can tell you, you won't get better tire prices, Tire Kingdom, Costco, anybody than my friend Kathy Irani. So, Kathy, there's your free plug, but I'm totally sincere about it. So, call us if you get the chance.
You know, if Rich was here, we'd be getting tires right now.
Yeah, Rich would. Yeah, Rich, come on, cheapskate. I know you got to be close. Maybe you ran out of gas. I don't know. You ran out of fumes. Now, listen, we got to cover. It's only 7:11. Should we jump right into the stories?
Let's jump.
All right, let's jump into the stories. The first story I thought was somewhat humorous, and I'll tell you why. This is actually a story from New York, and a woman ordered her salad, a kale salad, which... Kale, yeah, I know you're kind of a
Best thing
health
for
nut,
you.
right, Nicole?
Yes.
Kale is good, right?
Yes, it's the best thing, they say.
I know.
It is.
I'm not sure why, but I've tasted kale, and it tastes perfectly fine, right? Leafy green.
I don't
No?
like it, but it's bitter. It's, the darker the green, I guess, the better it is for you.
Is that what it is? The more nutrients and vitamins? And Linda, you're shaking your head. That's true, too? Or you don't have a clue what I'm saying? It's okay. Let's see what Linda has to say about kale.
I like kale. I like it prepared with like a bacon dressing, like a sweet and sour and preparation with maybe some chopped bacon in with it. But no, I like kale.
That
It's
takes all the
good.
health right out of it.
Well,
there,
yeah,
Linda.
you know,
that just kills it.
That's exactly what
I
I was
like ice cream, too.
Yeah, you start loading the bacon on the kale,
wanna put
and it
some
flies
fat
out the
on
window.
it, yeah.
But here's what happened: a woman ordered a salad from a place in New York City called Guy and Gallard, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. She got her salad. She started eating it, and she thought that she saw what looked like a piece of asparagus in her salad. Guess what? No, it turned out to be a severed lizard head. And
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it says after a few bites, I look down at my fork and I think, is that a piece of asparagus? And then I see it had eyes and it had an arm. She's fairly certain asparagus doesn't have eyes and an arm. So that's that. So a true New Yorker, she just, didn't blink twice, and she went ahead and sent it back. And they're going to go ahead and send her a new salad. Now, if she had been represented by Elkins and Friedman, the case could be worth a few bucks. It really could be worth a few bucks. I don't know if she had an upset stomach. What do you want to say, Freddie?
If you find food that doesn't belong on your plate and you sue,
Yeah.
what are you supposed to do? Take the salad and bring it to your office?
All right, well, it's funny you say that, because I had a guy in the office today, Freddie. His name is Paulie. Nice Italian guy, Paulie. Paulie came in to see me, new client. And Paulie went to his neighborhood grocery store, bought a bag of groceries, and among the groceries, he bought 2 bags of Uncle Ben's rice that you put into a microwave. Okay, true story. In fact, anybody's looking here, I know the picture's upside down. I don't know why. Our producer's dyslexic, I can't even say it. But
And
this
I'm
is
dyslexic.
Yeah. This is the kind of rice, though, that you put into the microwave for 45 seconds. So what he told me he did, he cut the edge of the bag, puts it in the microwave 45 seconds, takes it out, okay, and then you cut it with the scissors, and he had a paper plate just like the one he has. He said he also made himself a burger, so he was having a burger and rice. So he puts some rice, he pushes some of it out from the bag on the plate, he's eating it, and then he was ready for some more, kept squeezing the bag, and out pop is a substance that is not rice. In fact, it looks more like a rodent. Looks like part of a cooked rodent. Now, if anybody can see that.
That is a cooked
Oh,
rodent.
my God.
So, so here's what happened. So Freddie raises a good question. What's he supposed to do? This happened a few days ago. So he took pictures of his tasty meal, and then went ahead and put it in the fridge. And it's been there until he had the good sense to call Elkins and Friedman. I talked to him, and I said, bring it in. Now, I could have taken it today, but I said, keep it until I can get a lab that we can go ahead and
So where is it?
and perform. So this is in his refrigerator. I said, Paulie, don't eat it. So here's the story, Freddie. Okay. I don't know how the rat got in there, and it wasn't
Was
Publix.
it really a rat?
I think it's a rat. I don't know
looks
what
like
it
a
is.
rat.
Doesn't it look like a rat?
Yeah, it looks like a rat.
All right. So what happens, though, he had an upset stomach. I think he said he vomited. He had a little diarrhea. He called his doctor. His doctor said, Paulie, I can't get you in here for another week or so. So what ended up happening is that Paulie is going to go to the doctor anyway. I said, Freddie, Paulie, you got to go to the doctor, get me some type of report or whatever. He's going to go ahead and do that. But more importantly, every case has a couple components. One, you got to have liability, and you got to have damages. So the truth is, he has an upset stomach, he puked. From there, I don't know. Listen, we're honest lawyers. Remember last week, my burlesque lady called me an ambulance chaser, and if she's still listening, I resent that, but no. But the truth is, I'm not an ambulance chaser. That's Richard, who's not here. but the point is that it's worth something. So if I had a client that had a lizard head in their kale salad, I think it's worth something, don't you?
I'm sure. And
You're part of my jury. It's worth something. It's disgusting.
Disgusting.
How much
Yeah,
money would you
companies
win or
should-
something like that? What would you?
I told him it's
don't
difficult
know.
to say if you don't have the
'Cause you don't know
medicals
the
to back it
long-term
up.
effects. Maybe,
We don't. We don't. Look, for all I know, roasted rat could be nutritious. I don't think so, but you never know. So the point is, we'll see. But Polly, if you're listening, just keep that rat on ice until we can get a lab to dissect it. So why don't we, Lynn? Why don't we go ahead and take our first break, and maybe Richard will decide to join us at some point.
Life is so overwhelming right now, isn't it? Emotional and financial challenges too much? More debt than you can possibly handle? Are you facing divorce or another family law problem? Injured and don't know where to turn? There is a source of solid, affordable legal guidance. At Elkins & Friedman, an experienced lawyer will explain options and treat you with respect and dignity. They help people throughout Central and South Florida solve those problems. This is a law firm you can trust, where they actually pick up the phone when you call. They have a 30-year record of positive results, and they make legal costs manageable for people from all walks of life. Make the call, 954-372-2630. When you visit, you might even meet Tiffany, the office mascot. Elkins & Friedman take the intimidation and the worry out of getting the legal help you really need. Call 954-372-2630 and begin to make sense of your life. Offices in Fort Lauderdale, Boynton Beach, and Palm Beach Gardens. Non-lawyer spokesperson. Please welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet network that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet television production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes and live streaming, as well as tape productions. Let AMP2 TV handle all of your television production needs. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv. Or call them at 1-866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422. This is the Know Nothing Show with practicing attorneys Alan Elkins and Rich Friedman. Elkins and Friedman have been helping folks throughout Florida for more than 30 years, and they're here now to share their knowledge and experiences with you. Stand by for more information and fun.
And we're back. Yeah, we're back. Nicole
And I'm
I
here
are
now.
back. You know what? Here, I'm getting a text. Let's see if this could be from Richard. No, it's not from Dick. Richard.
Not from Dick. You just called
Yeah,
him
not
Dick.
from Dick. All right, Dick. All right, and I'm getting an urgent text message from my office that says, just so everybody knows, that damages under Florida law include emotional distress and anguish. So, Polly, I know you're all choked up. I know that you've suffered greatly, and I'm putting that out on the air. And thank you for that tidbit, Mr. Murrow. All right. Now, anybody that's been listening to us for a while knows that I did a story, probably one of my favorite stories, about 6 months ago. It involved a guy named Wesley Warren. Freddie, we have a picture of Wesley Warren?
Right now.
All right, so Wesley's coming up on the screen any minute. Now, you say, what's so unusual about a guy named Wesley Warren? Well, what was unusual about Wesley is that he had a scrotum that weighed 132 pounds. Okay,
Wow.
one giant testy. 132
One of them or both of
pounds.
them?
I don't know. You know, it looks like one giant pumpkin. Freddie, you going to put the picture up on the screen?
Oh, you could show this? Oh, my God.
Wesley Warren.
It won't fit the screen.
Now here's the sad news, and I used to listen to this guy on the he came on the Howard Stern show, and they talked about it, and he suffered from some type of disformity, obviously, where he had to carry this huge sack which I guess literally was a sack around with him. And there it is.
Oh
Anybody
my
that's
God.
looking. I listen.
That's
I
like how
think
he
what
covers
happened. He
it?
had surgery, Nicole, and then he
Holy
got an infection in his testes, and they sprung up to be 132 pounds. So finally, I know that they got a doctor to perform surgery on the guy. I think it was about maybe about a year ago.
Wow.
In fact, I actually made somewhat of an effort to try to get him to come on the air, but then he was too big of a big shot. He was already on with Howard Stern. Well, the sad news is, looks like today he died. Died at age 49.
Rest
So
in peace.
what happened to his sack? I don't know if you need a separate casket for that thing or whatever happened to
Wow.
it, but isn't that
How would he
amazing?
get
Nicole?
around with that? Was he in a wheelchair all the time?
Has a wheelie.
He has a wheelie just for it.
You know, I wish we
He
could
did.
see in the picture how he hauled that thing around. I guess I don't know. You're right. Maybe you have to have like a motorized wheelchair for your
Just for your balls.
testes. Yes. So rest in peace,
Sad.
Mr. Warren.
Aw, I'm sure he
We're
didn't
sorry
like
to
it.
see you go.
Alan, do you
Yes.
know what the number 3 cause of death is?
An excessively large testicle.
Medical errors.
Medical errors.
Number 3 cause of death.
Is it?
It is.
And do you know if you
Actually,
have a
you
medical
gotta
error, you
take
know
that
what you do?
test.
You pick up the phone and you call Elkinson Friedman. Here we go.
Hey, if this guy would have called you, would have won?
Well, no, but listen, I guess if you botched, I guess the question is, when he developed the condition, was it something that could have happened? Was it foreseeable? You raise a good point, Freddie. I don't know if there was any litigation or how
he
that
helped
came
that?
to be.
What?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my
Anybody going on the internet,
God.
Freddie just found a picture.
doesn't
And
look real.
if you're anywhere near a computer, go on www.theknownothingshow.com.
Oh, my God.
You will see the largest testicle that you've ever seen.
That's a medical picture.
That's him?
Oh, that's a
him?
medical. That's what probably just prior to the operation.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, Nicole,
Wow, I can't.
I know your
say
mother
enough
has
about that.
somewhat of a dirty mind. Is Mom watching this tonight?
Mom
you think?
is. She keeps calling. I don't know if she's having a problem
Is she?
getting through.
I want to know if
her.
your mom would date a man with a 132-pound testicle if he was
No.
like Brad Pitt. If he
No.
looked like Brad Pitt.
No,
Pitt.
she doesn't like to even date anyone.
Really?
Poor mom. She doesn't like.
Well, I'm
men
sorry
anymore.
to hear it, but rest in peace, my friend. Nicole,
Yes.
about 2 weeks ago, remember you did the story about the guy that was dead but woke up in the zippered bag. He
Yes.
wasn't quite dead?
Yes.
Well, guess what, Nicole?
time has come, hasn't
he
it?
died.
Yeah.
He died. The Mississippi guy that was pronounced dead last week and put into a body bag only to come alive before embalming died again.
Of natural causes.
Yeah, this time it's
Yeah.
the real deal. So
I bet
let me see.
everyone was like freaked out around the body bag. They're like
Well, they probably-
waiting to see what happens at the coffin.
Yeah, they probably waited a while till they embalmed him. Said he was in
Oh,
hospice.
that's
He
sick.
was at the end stage of cardiovascular disease, and we're real sorry about that. But
Yeah.
it said he suffered from hypoglycemia and low blood sugar. That condition combined with medications made it difficult at the time to find a pulse. But that's the way it goes. Another guy, rest in peace with our Wesley Warren there, sir. All right, moving right along. Richard, I hope you're getting close here. I'd like the few words that you usually manage to chime in are somewhat entertaining, and tonight we're not going to have any. So, Nicole, should we just carry on without Richard?
Of course, the show must go on.
Show must go on. All right,
We'll
next
improvise.
article I found.
He might be at the funeral.
Richard might be at the funeral. I don't know. He could be
Hopefully
adjusting his
he's
own
safe. Does he
testicles,
not
if I
even
might say.
fall?
I don't know. Can I say that, Lynn? I guess I did.
Jeez.
Lynn, I never asked you. I always like your input. Would you have dated a man? I asked Nicole if her mom would have dated. But back in your single days, if the guy with the giant testicles looked like Brad Pitt, would you have overlooked the testicles and still?
I think.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of
here.
Brad Pittless, Mr.
Got your
Friedman
seat.
just decided to join us. Lynn, can you hear me?
Yes.
No, I don't think anyone that looked like Brad Pitt would have that issue.
All right. But if he did, let's say that he was sitting down. You saw Brad Pitt there and he's flirting with you. And you say, wow, I can't believe this hot guy's flirting with me. And then he stands up. Then what happens?
I wonder if he
don't know,
could
it's
make
just scary.
babies.
Still a no? Could he have babies?
Like with that, like a lot of semen
Gotta
in
have-
Well,
there, or
Nicole,
like-
you know, that's a great question because we know that I guess that region produces the
Right.
baby sperm. Richard, quit playing with my mic here. What are you doing?
Not working.
Huh?
My knob is not working.
Your knob's not
Knobby.
working. Have your wife give it an adjustment when you get home. What can I tell you? I don't know if I can say that either.
Well, you
What,
just
don't,
did.
you don't have a mic?
Can you hear me? Good.
Good. All
Okay.
right, Richard. Now
How's
the
it
show
like
can
over
go
there?
on.
Great.
Remember, if you care to, were you listening in the radio by any chance?
Yeah, the whole time.
Were we entertaining you?
Very
Was
entertaining.
the signal coming in strong?
Strong and clear.
You know, I was going to do a story, but just because you remember the one thing, Richard, the one thing you said to me, you hope I didn't do this weekend or this week.
This week?
The article. What do I normally do that drives you crazy?
You know what it is.
What is it?
But
Tell the audience. You're not a little kid. What are you, embarrassed?
No. It's
It's a penis story, Richard. You can say it. I usually search the earth far and wide to find a penis story. And when Richard said, "Gee, I hope we don't have a penis story this week," I said, "Richard, I don't have one." Guess what?
No.
Today, while I was in the office, I'm
Yeah.
searching the internet, and I found a penis story. And here it is. A 40-year-old man
Yeah.
was found by the side of the road in Middlesbrough, UK, so somewhere in England, with his penis severed. It was nowhere to be found.
good.
So unlike the cops here, you know what they did in UK?
What?
They shut down 4 lanes of traffic to search for the missing member.
Well, they do that on 95 every day.
You think they do that?
What do you think those people are walking up and down the side of the road?
It may be. I don't know. But I don't know if they shut down 4 lanes of traffic on I-985 to search for a missing penis. But in the
I
UK,
guess
they
maybe it depends whose it is.
Was it found?
Well, here it says he was taken to the hospital. He remains in a coma. Police still aren't sure how his penis came to be severed. The 22-year-old was arrested on suspicion of assault, but later released on bail. I don't get that. And the status of the penis is also unclear. The highway was later reopened. But Richard, you know what the problem is in charging this 22-year-old? You know why they probably released him on bail or let him go?
No, why is that?
You know why, Richard, don't you?
No.
Because the evidence wouldn't stand up in court.
I knew the answer. I was going to let you
Thank you.
get credit for it.
Thank you.
Joke.
It is a true story. Oh, and here.
Oh, yeah.
Our trusty producer actually
We don't lie.
has a shut-down highway in the UK, and they're out there searching for a penis. Actually, the one
Wow.
guy's standing erect, if I might say. All right. I don't know. I'm on fire
Oh, my
tonight, Fred. I hope our Aventura listener is listening and will call.
Shooting blanks, that's for sure.
There you go, Freddie. Yeah. Anybody else want to jump in on that?
I wish
Let's talk
I had
about
one.
movies.
Richard, stop it. Maybe you have a good Justin Bieber story for us. All right, so let's do another story before we go to our next break. Richard, this is more up your alley. Here's another one that I found today.
What's that, Alan?
You ready?
Yes.
A woman's 90-pound mucus-filled tumor has been surgically removed. Can you imagine a tumor in your body that weighs 90 pounds and is filled with mucus?
No. Oh my God. That's like the ball. It's like the.
It is. It's kind of like the female equivalent of the testicle. And Linda, what are you, gagging over there? Linda's gagging over there.
Listen, we found it.
You found the story? Freddie, our Cracker Jack producer, you found a
ready?
picture
You
of the
ready for this?
90-pound mucus-filled... Oh, my goodness.
Oh my God.
I urge
Oh.
anybody that can go and help us. Freddie, if we don't
Looks like
get
a
viewers of this show online this week, then I'll hang it up.
I got viewers fainting.
That's unbelievable. It looks like a giant turkey is what it looks like.
Oh, jeez.
But a 90-pound turkey.
Only on this
what I
show do we
said.
get
It's like a
stories like
turkey.
this.
And the truth is, I thought about it. Should we talk about the missing plane, somebody said? Should we talk about some news? And you know what? Everybody talks about that. Where else, Freddie?
Bad news.
Where else are you going to hear stories about a 90-pound mucus-filled tumor?
You're
Only
bigger than
here.
Howard Stern's.
We are. I don't know if Howard Stern's done this story, so here it is. We'll do it, and then we'll go to break. A woman who complained of a rapidly expanding waistline was surprised to discover an unusual cause. And they found out she had now it says 88-pound mucus-filled ovarian tumor. 57-year-old Brazil woman noticed her midsection grew over the course of a year, but other than feeling heavy and breathing slightly faster than normal, she had few symptoms. And apparently, this is a more common ailment than you would think, according to the Journal of Medical Case Reports. It says a mucus-filled ovarian cyst, and there's a fancy name, occurs most likely in women between the ages of 30 and 50. And although some are cancerous, most are benign. The majority of the benign tumors are tiny, and I guess they dissolve or they disappear. So this woman, because she was overweight, she says she's an overweight menopausal 57-year-old woman from Brazil. She got concerned about her waistline, and then when they did an ultrasound of her stomach, they found the mass. And it said the tumor was so big it had shoved her uterus to the side, squished, I'm not making a squished her abdominal contents, and extended all the way up to her diaphragm. So it took a long time to operate, but we're glad to say that although the tumor showed some early stages of being cancerous, the woman underwent several rounds of chemotherapy, and I'm glad to say she is now doing fine with no symptoms.
I'm glad to hear that.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
Now, I guess it's time to go to
Poor
break.
lady.
I
Yeah, let's
see-
sell some airtime so we can make some money tonight.
Yeah, I see the sweat pouring off Richard's forehead here. Well, we're out of tumor stories, Richard.
Oh, thank God. Thank
let's
God.
go to our next break, Glenn, and we'll be back.
Alan and Rich and Nicole will be back, so don't go away.
Please welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet network that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet television production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes and live streaming, as well as tape productions. Let AMP2 TV handle all of your television production needs. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.TV. Or call them at 1-866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422. Life is so overwhelming right now, isn't it? Emotional and financial challenges too much? More debt than you can possibly handle? Are you facing divorce or another family law problem? Injured and don't know where to turn? There is a source of solid, affordable legal guidance. At Elkins & Friedman, an experienced lawyer will explain options and treat you with respect and dignity. They help people throughout Central and South Florida solve those problems. This is a law firm you can trust, where they actually pick up the phone when you call. They have a 30-year record of positive results, and they make legal costs manageable for people from all walks of life. Make the call, 954-372-2630. When you visit, you might even meet Tiffany, the office mascot. Elkins & Friedman take the intimidation and the worry out of getting the legal help you really need. Call 954-372-2630 and begin to make sense of your life. Offices in Fort Lauderdale, Boynton Beach, and Palm Beach Gardens. Non-lawyer spokesperson. This is the Elkins & Friedman Know Nothing Show. Time to get back to Alan and Rich for more. If you'd like to join in, just call in 1-800-889-0267 and become part of the show. That's 1-800-889-0267. Once again, Alan Elkins and Rich Friedman.
And we're back, everybody. Now, you know, in the past we played some games like guessing games. I have a lot of other stories, but let's play a guessing game. I always like this when we go around the room.
I usually do pretty well in these games.
Yes, you do, Richard. Now, no cheating here. I will hold this, but we will go around the room in order. And what I want you to guess is who the top acts, Billboard moneymakers were, top entertainers in 2013. These are singers, according to their, well, I'll tell you the criteria.
Just singers. We're not talking about comedians or anything else.
Nope, singers. Now, let me get it right. Let's see. We're talking about not only from their music, but from concert tours and sponsorships. So I have the Billboard top 10 entertainers according to the amount of income they have.
Okay, I got the first one.
All right, we'll let Richard go first.
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake is number 4 on the list.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad. All right, now wait. Let's do the lovely Nicole second. Lovely Nicole. Who do you get? Beyonce. Let me flip over my list and see if the beautiful Beyonce's on here. Beyonce's on the list, and she is number 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, I thought one.
5, 6.
So I'm still ahead. I picked number 4.
Beyonce's number 6. Okay, Freddie, you're next.
This is of all time?
No, not of all time.
No,
Last
tonight.
year,
Tonight.
2013, top money-making acts. The criteria are concert tours, sales of their music, and sponsorships.
And no looking on the internet.
Yeah, don't cheat,
I have
Freddie.
no idea.
Don't cheat.
No
I
idea.
didn't think about that. You go, Linda.
Okay, Linda's pretty good at
No idea?
I usually am, but I'm pulling a blank.
Well, they have some popular singers. Well, I know that our
Well,
Cracker Jack. Well, no, don't cheat Lynn out of her turn. Is
Okay.
Lynn there?
I say Taylor Swift.
I knew it. You're the best at number one, Taylor Swift.
I was going to say that next.
You didn't, Richard.
Yes.
You can't go out of turn.
That's right. Lynn the board up with number one.
My son and his girlfriend went to the Taylor Swift concert in Los Angeles.
Is that
Excellent.
right?
Yeah.
Was
Great.
it excellent?
Excellent.
I wouldn't mind saying her. All right, now should I start giving you some clues? You have some more guesses because I think it gets a little more difficult. I'll give you another one. I'll give you a clue, and we'll see who can buzz in or jump in. Actually, he's a New Jersey boy. New Jersey boy. Singer.
We're talking on the same topic?
Singer, yeah.
Bon
same
Jovi?
top. Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
There it is. Okay, Bon Jovi on the list. I guess
Where's
he had
my
a successful
ding-ding?
tour. There's your ding. Bon Jovi's 1, 2, 3, fourth on the list.
Fourth? No, I thought you said Justin Timberlake was number 4.
Justin Timberlake was 1, 2, 3. Richard
3.
moved up
Okay,
to
come on.
3.
You moved me up. Okay, good.
All right. The next one's a really tough one. I don't know anybody will guess. He's a country singer. Does anybody listen
Luke
to country
Bryan.
music? No, that's a good guess, but it's not. It's not. But guess
Tim
what?
McGraw.
Luke
Blake
Bryan.
Shelton.
Stop. Luke Bryan is number 8 on the list.
Ah, see?
Not bad.
Bryan. Yeah, he's a popular guy, a young guy. All right, we've got that. Now, I'm going to make it easy for you. There's a popular singing show on the air, and one of the judges is on the list.
Yeah. Adam Levine.
Adam Levine.
Adam Levine.
Adam Levine of Maroon 5 is on the list. And-
What number was Adam Levine?
well, it's actually Maroon 5, and they were, looks like 6 on the list.
What's
All right.
the other guy's name that's on The Voice? He should be on.
I thought so too, but Blake isn't on
No.
here, Blake Sheldon. But it's another country singer, and since nobody knows, I bet Lynn will be the only one who guesses. His initials are KC.
Kenny Chesney.
Casey and the Sunshine Man. Who is it?
Kenny Chesney.
Kenny
I was
Chesney.
going to say that next.
How'd you know that?
And do you know what?
I love country.
You know what? He's
Yeah.
actually number 2 behind Taylor Swift. Pulled in $33 million last year. That seems a little surprising, no? Or is he that popular?
He is very popular. I'm not the hugest fan of him, but he's very popular. Yeah.
All right, now
I have
let's
one
see.
of my friends wanting to guess. She wants you guys to put the number on the screen because she has
Tell the number.
an answer.
Okay, let me give you the numbers, and I won't say anything, but the number in Palm Beach is 561-844-6167. Okay, 561-844-6167 or 1-800-889-0267. It gets tougher because let me tell you how many are left. I see 1, 2... I see, actually, there are only 2 names left on the list. Is that possible? No,
bet
there are
you
3
should
names left. Okay, one...
Is it a
should I give a
woman?
clue? One is a woman.
Okay, I guess I'm going to say her answer. If she's not calling. She's not calling yet? Lady Gaga?
It's not Lady Gaga.
Oh.
You know, Lady
Okay.
Gaga, I don't know if you saw last night, but she's out in Texas at some kind of big concert. And part of her act last night was to have somebody throw up on her.
Oh,
And I'm not
my-
making that up.
What a freak.
The problem
She's such a
is
freak.
she's really gone downhill in
She's
popularity.
disgusting.
Her last album tanked.
Yeah.
And let's see, we have somebody on the air now. Somebody up there, somebody.
Who's
Donna.
calling?
Donna.
Mom, what's
Oh,
up?
Donna.
We can't hear you.
Donna, you got to quit listening to the radio.
Hi. You have a
Donna.
guess?
We're looking for a top 10 performer from last year.
I like the show the way you have the seating going
Oh,
on in
thanks.
there.
See? It's better.
you really?
I know.
Yeah,
this
where's
is a
me?
permanent
Where's Rich?
Clean and nice.
It's more
Well,
permanent.
thank you.
There I am.
There you
Okay,
go.
good. Good.
How's
You
it
just
feel?
cut to Friedman. Mom, let me ask you. You want to venture a guess? We have 3 spots left. One is a woman. And I'm going to give you a clue. Let's see if your mom can guess this.
Okay.
The artist is the name of a color.
The name of a what?
A color. Oh, I know it.
Right? Your daughter
color.
knows.
It's
Good.
a woman.
Oh, pink.
Yay!
Very good. I'm surprised she got that.
Good, Mom.
Give
Very
you
good.
one of those, Mom.
Good call.
All right. Does anybody? I'm going to give you another clue. The last 2 acts, they're old rock and rollers, both of them.
Old.
Old rock and
Were
rollers.
they part of a group?
What, all right.
Or they were individual?
I don't know. How hard should I make this? Because we want to move on to another story, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us a hint.
All right.
one
I'm going
hint.
to give you a what gathers no moss.
What gathers no moss is stone.
That's right.
The Rolling Stones.
Stones.
The Rolling Stones.
Oh, that's good.
They're always going to be on there.
And the last one.
Yes.
Okay, starred. Let me see if I'm just going to have to tell you. Okay, I'll make it somewhat difficult. The group's name is also the name of a model of a Cadillac.
Oh, El Dorado.
Nope, keep guessing.
Model of
Models
a Cadillac?
You should
So,
know this.
Alan,
Sedan
tell me
DeVille?
something. What,
Sedan DeVille.
Nope, keep
Alan.
going. Bigger.
What,
Bigger than a
what do you
sedan?
think is going on with that hijacked plane? What do you really think?
Well,
Jeez, Mom, what are you turning
We're in
to
the middle of
Richard
a
here?
show
You're talking
here.
about crap every other show talks
I
about.
know, but I'm just curious to know what you're thinking.
I don't know. I think the bad guys hijacked it, and I hope they didn't do anything, and they plan to use the plane to blow something up. That's what I honestly think.
really? You think they're going to, like, make a bomb out of the plane and fly it over here?
Wow,
Yeah, I
it's-
think it'll be
oh
shut
my
down in the
God.
sky.
That is crazy.
Oh, no, Alan. That's being, like, really, what do you call it, paranoia.
Oh, what's your theory?
No, I think it's gone. I think it's,
Crash
fixed.
somewhere.
I think that they tried to hijack it when it turned around,
And it
and
went
then
down.
it just got crazy, and it's gone.
I don't know.
But the part is that no one can find it. Why can't you
I
find
know.
it?
That's the thing I don't understand.
I don't know. But, Mom, the show has taken a turn here.
Yeah, this is depressing.
We got to get
We have
back.
one
We got to
more
be.
minute.
Go.
Mom, I got a story coming
Come
up
on.
about
Just tell me
real.
about the
All right,
Cadillac.
I'm listening.
Tell me,
All
who
right.
used to have
Goodbye.
Cadillacs, Mom? What kind of Cadillacs
Okay,
did you have?
they guessed a Sedan DeVille. We guessed a
Coupe de-
Eldorado.
Coupe DeVille, Eldorado.
No, okay, but you guys are so lame. It
I don't
begins with an F.
An F? Frank.
Keep going.
That's not a Cadillac.
All right, I give up.
Well, I knew a guy named Frank who had a Cadillac.
I know it is. It's
What?
a frickin' Cadillac.
No, it's a freaking Fleetwood.
A
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood
Right,
Mac.
it's a frickin'
They're still
Fleetwood.
alive? Holy
Fleetwood,
moly.
yeah.
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood.
I guess they're
Fleetwood,
touring
that's
again.
Fleetwood Mac.
Who
That's
would've
it.
guessed that? Oh
They
my
came
God.
back together. They were separated.
Okay.
They did.
Carry
She was
on.
married, divorced.
Carry on.
Yeah, but let me
Hang
ask you something.
on.
How come you're not talking about something more pressing? Lindsay,
Mom.
Lindsay Lohan.
Okay, that's my next
Lindsay
artist.
Lohan.
All
She
right,
wrote
Richard.
down her hookup list.
No, stop,
Did you
stop,
see it?
stop, stop, stop. Should we go to our last break and then we have that as a story? Do we need a break or not yet? 2 minutes?
We'll
Okay,
take a
let's
break.
talk
All
about her
right.
hookup.
That was my second game. My second
The
game.
Lindsay Lohan game?
From anybody that doesn't know, Lindsay Lohan was out and about with some of her friends, and while she was either high or drunk, allegedly prepared a list of her sexual conquests. Okay?
Yeah.
Although they did keep
Crazy.
some of them out of the press because some of them were married and they were afraid what would happen if they revealed all the names.
Since
Let me
when's
get
the
to-
press is
Not
concerned?
necessarily.
It's a good
She
point.
named somebody that's married, and I heard it already.
Now, you heard the list?
Yeah.
Should I say who some of the names are that were on the list?
Yeah.
Or should we try to
You
guess?
Probably
Sure,
the
I
list
will.
of who's
No,
not
let's play
who's
the
not
game.
on the list is probably a shorter
Let's-
list.
Let's
I'll
play.
throw out some of. Okay. Give me one that you remember.
Justin
on the list.
Timberlake.
Justin
Who's married
Timberlake's-
Jessica Biel?
Well, he is now. I don't know about it.
What about
Not for
what
long.
about Adam Levine?
Adam Levine
Yep,
is on the
that was
list.
another
Yep.
one.
Okay. She used to date a guy from that '70s show.
Oh, Ashton Kutcher?
No.
Oh, the other one.
Wilmer
Yeah.
Valderrama.
Yeah, yeah.
She
No,
actually
you know who else is on the Zac Efron's on the list.
Zac Efron is on the
Yes.
list.
Yep.
And Rich knows Zac Efron. He shouldn't because he's what, like a 22-year-old kid?
He's 20. No, he's 26.
You know way too much about
I know
Zac
all
Efron,
about show
Richard.
business.
He
I'm
does.
Mr. Show Business.
Now, I tell you, the list is interesting, okay? A former Batman is on the list.
Hold on.
Or not Batman. I didn't mean
Batman.
Batman. I meant the Joker from Batman.
The original Joker?
Heath Ledger.
Heath
Oh, no,
Ledger.
I was
Remember
going back
Heath
to the
Ledger?
He
60s.
was alive. Yeah, I mean,
Who was the original
Remember the
Joker?
original? It was, what was his name?
Yeah, he'd be about 104 years old. Cesar Romero.
No, it was the Joker, you mean?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, that's
It
good.
was, and I should know that. All right, we also have on the list, not that anybody wants to guess, but Jamie Dornan, who I don't know, but he's the guy that's set to star in 50 Shades of Grey.
oh, okay.
Apparently she hooked up with him.
Let me ask you, how long of a period of time was
Kinky.
this? Like a week, a month, a year?
Probably about 3 weeks, Rich. No, I don't know. James Franco's on the list. He's a funny guy. James Franco.
Yeah. He
Okay.
wasn't very funny on the Oscars.
No, he wasn't
He did, like,
very
the
funny.
worst
How do we know this
He
list
did.
is even? Let me ask him. How do you know the list is even accurate? How do you know she didn't make it up?
Oh, is that the list?
They
Look,
found it.
We have the
This
list.
is the list. It said it was
But
there.
anybody can make up a list. You
You're
can make
right.
up a list. Does
Well,
that mean it's true?
I prefer to think it's a
Colin
real
Farrell.
list.
Yep. I've
You'll
heard
never
that.
guess
he hooks
who's
up with
on-
everyone.
I just here. Oh,
And
hey,
that's her
Freddie.
handwriting.
Freddie, that's pretty good.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
we have
but
Lindsay Lohan's
Yeah, but let me ask you,
handwriting.
Zac
on there.
Efron, they spelled his name wrong.
Doesn't
She
matter.
wrote it.
She
She's
didn't
a
even know how to
dumb-
spell his name.
We
She
have the
sleeps
list
with a
now.
guy who doesn't know how to spell it.
It's too bad we
She's
can't
not
make
very
out any
smart.
of the names on there. You see Colin Farrell is on the list.
Yep.
I know we have somebody from The Wanted. I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with the guys from The Wanted, but one of those guys is on there. Apparently, Joaquin Phoenix is on the list, kind of a dark
Yep.
guy. I guess
Yep.
she was brooding when that happened.
Ryan Redmond.
And don't forget all the women. I don't know why she doesn't have.
And
the women.
Nicole's right. Her longest relationship was with that, I think, Samantha Rosen or Rossen or whatever
Yeah,
her name
Roz
is, the
something,
DJ.
the DJ.
So, Lindsay, you're going to
She gets
age
around.
well before her time. But listen, whatever turns you on. And I do know she has a guest starring role in, I think, an
What?
upcoming TV show, The Two Girls That Own the Cupcake Store, whatever that
She has
is.
like a
What
documentary.
cupcake? Oh, is
she's
that the
filming
cupcake
right
store in
now.
Beverly
Oh,
Hills?
show.
The cupcake
Yeah.
store in Beverly Hills?
Yeah, she's on a show. Lindsay Lohan has a guest spot, and they say she was a terror to work with, and I should know that, but I read that.
They're doing
So
a
now-
show about cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
It's a
yeah,
si-
they're,
it's a
no,
new
they're doing a
sitcom.
show about Lindsay Lohan getting married. She's supposed to be a terror, but didn't know her lines.
It's a new sitcom, The Two Broke Girls.
Two
that
Broke
they have a
Girls.
little cupcake shop. Yeah.
Do you ever watch it? It's kind of
I
cute.
think it's funny. I think it's very
And
funny.
listen, before we go to the break, remember I told you guys you should have watched the last episode of True Detective, which was on last week? Fantastic. And for losers like me that are going to be home tonight, if you get Cinemax, the last show of the season for a show called Banshee. This show has more sex, good-looking women. It's like from Bizarro World. It's a great show. I'm going to tell Nicole off air, but catch up on it if you.
You know what I'm
can.
going to be watching tonight? I'm going to Netflix and I'm going to watch reruns of Glee. That's what I'm doing tonight.
Yeah, somehow that doesn't shock me. All right, with that announcement, let's go to our last break, Lynn, and we'll be back.
Don't go away. The three of us will be back.
That detective show.
Life is so overwhelming right now, isn't it? Emotional and financial challenges too much? More debt than you can possibly handle? Are you facing divorce or another family law problem? Injured and don't know where to turn? There is a source of solid, affordable legal guidance. At Elkins & Friedman, an experienced lawyer will explain options and treat you with respect and dignity. They help people throughout Central and South Florida solve those problems. This is a law firm you can trust, where they actually pick up the phone when you call. They have a 30-year record of positive results, and they make legal costs manageable for people from all walks of life. Make the call, 954-372-2630. When you visit, you might even meet Tiffany, the office mascot. Elkins & Friedman take the intimidation and the worry out of getting the legal help you really need. Call 954-372-2630 and begin to make sense of your life. Offices in Fort Lauderdale, Boynton Beach, and Palm Beach Gardens. Non-lawyer spokesperson. Please welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet network that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet television production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes and live streaming, as well as tape productions. Let AMP2 TV handle all of your television production needs. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv. Or call them at 1-866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422. You're listening to the Alan Elkins and Rich Friedman Know Nothing Show with two longtime attorneys who are here to share their experience and knowledge and some fun along the way. The toll-free number, if you want to participate, is 1-800-889-0267.
Who this?
Oh, we're back on.
And we're back on,
We're back
everybody.
on.
We're coming down the home stretch. Now, what did somebody just
This
say?
is
about
hot off the press.
What? Tell us. What do you...
The United States is sending a destroyer out because classified information says that plane crashed in the Bay of Bengal, and they have proof that it's there, and the United States is going to go get it.
All right. Well, that's sad if that's the case, but maybe they'll recover the transponder.
We'll find out what happened finally.
Where is
Yeah,
the-
unless
that
somebody really
area?
shut it off. Is it somewhere in the
But it's
China Sea?
classified information. I don't know why it's classified if it crashed.
Yeah. Well, that's
Is it really
unfortunate.
crashed?
Yeah, could be, or I don't know.
Malaysia. It's in
Yeah.
Malaysia.
Our hearts go out to those people, and it just shows you, life is fragile. You never know.
It is.
Never
Here
Yeah.
today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Got
It's
to
the
enjoy
truth.
it while you can.
And speaking of
and that's
enjoying
why
it while
people
you
should
can,
listen
Richard.
to our show.
Now, Richard
So they
gave me a
can enjoy it.
segue. Enjoying it while you can. Here's our next story, Richard.
Uh-oh.
Now, you've sold a
I'm
home
afraid.
before, right?
Yeah.
You've sold a home before.
Sure.
And you've hired a realtor to sell the home.
Always.
Okay, how would you feel if you found out that the realtors, because let's say you had a nanny cam in your house, that a realtor invited his lady realtor friend over and they were going at it on your bed?
Oh,
As long as they sell my house, I don't care what they do.
Is that right?
What's
Sure,
the
it
difference? They
happens.
sold your house.
Yeah,
That's
well,
all that matters.
Yeah, well, let's see you roll around in the sheets
Hey.
when they're done, Richard.
I got it on in a model home once with my ex-husband. He was a real estate
What?
agent.
All right,
He
what
was
did you do?
Mom.
What did she do?
Wait, hold
My
the
ex-
press. Nicole, did you just say that you got it on in a model home?
In a model home.
With the ex. I like
Yeah.
that. Is
yeah.
that now how,
That's
okay,
hot.
who was showing you the model home?
But do you know there's
That was
cameras
his
in those
job
homes?
to show the model home.
But those model homes have cameras.
Wait.
security
We got to
cameras.
get the proper setup.
No.
Okay. So listen, you said to the hubby, did you plan this ahead of time or did you just
I think
want to
he
go look at
planned
model
it.
homes?
He probably planned it. I mean, he was working in the model home. He was a little kinky, you know.
Okay, so he says, Nicole, let's go see some model
Let's
homes.
go look in the bedroom of the model home I'm working in. It
But
was
nobody
like
was
that.
showing you. There wasn't anybody there
No,
to sign
he
it.
worked there.
Oh,
That
he
his
was
job.
working there. Oh, okay. All right. Jeez. That's great. So he says, was it
Yeah.
after hours when nobody was going to be
No.
there? So it probably made it a little more exciting and
Yeah.
danger. Anybody can walk
Did you
in
ever
at any
wonder if he
second.
showed the model home to some other women besides you?
I didn't think like
Richard.
that. That was my husband.
All right, so wait a second.
Oh, at the time he was your husband.
Yes.
I wanna
Now he's
get-
your ex.
I need to get the full flavor here. So he says, Nicole, I need to show you how well this bedroom is decorated.
Right.
Did he say something like that?
Kind of something like that. What's going on here? What's going on
Oh.
there?
You know what I was
Listen
thinking?
to
You know what I
Larry.
was thinking about, Alan? You don't think we were doing the show remote? You know, someplace else?
Yeah.
Why don't we do it in a model home?
In a model home. Yeah, and you can jump up and down on the
He's
on
like,
the
this
bed,
mattress
Richard.
is so soft and cushy. It really makes the home.
Can you imagine
All
how
right,
you
so
do it in a model home?
wait.
I feel for a model home.
I'm not done with this story.
Check
We
out
got
the
8 minutes.
bedspread.
Like, so he takes you in there. Did you have any clue what was up right away? Do you have a little wink in his eye?
Yeah, he did. He
All
kinda
right, a
gave me
little
that
bulge in
come
the
hither.
trousers. All
Come
right,
hither
so he
look.
drags it. Can I say bulge in the trousers? All right, so
It wasn't much of a bulge, unfortunately.
all right, there. Nicole, cheap shot.
There you go.
All right, so listen.
Oh God.
So he takes you in there, and does he mess any
We messed up the
foreplay, or
sheets.
that's it?
Yeah.
Does he? Does he?
I don't want to go into detail. Use your imagination.
Okay, so did he actually on the bedspread or pull the sheets back?
We didn't. I don't recall we pulling the sheets back. No, it was on the bedspread.
Oh, She's right on the bedspread.
Right on the bedspread.
So when he was done, not when he was done, when you were finished, okay, did he at least make the bed up and
Oh yeah, we straightened it up nice. You know. We
Really?
pressed it down.
went into the
Wiped it
bathroom,
off.
used the towels?
What are you afraid? You bought the house?
Yeah.
No.
I'm living through
I think
Nicole.
he's planning on doing this.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be doing it himself.
It's a good idea.
That's right, honey. If you're listening, we're going to look at a few townhomes this weekend. But
Hey, it's hot.
I know.
great.
Actually, look, it's true, especially when there's a sense of danger. I know. Well, I'm sure everybody has a story in this room that they could share, except maybe Richard. But
I got plenty.
but I don't know. No, I'm sure even Richard. There were times, right, Richard? A
No,
little
no times.
Kinky?
No times. No times.
No, no times.
How
All right.
boring.
Well, what are you going to do? Hey, let me just tell you the story
Yes.
quickly. Caldwell banker agent Robert Lindsay allegedly hiked up the price on a property he was selling because he wanted to keep it as a love nest. So can you imagine you get the property listed, you list it at extra high knowing it's not going to sell because this chump is too cheap to get a room. So, and here it is, shocking video footage exposed to real estate agents who turned a New Jersey home into a cheap motel for their secret sex tryst.
I mean, there were video cameras in there.
Video cameras in there. It says security camera footage reveals the Caldwell banker realtors had at least 10 kinky romps in his pad and even shacked up on his bed. So, Nicole, on the
Right.
bed.
It's a common thing.
Says they trashed my home, destroyed my memories. So he says the public should be aware of what's going on, and when you hand someone the keys of your house, you shouldn't expect something like this would happen. So here's the interesting, let me see, it says instead of selling it, they hiked up the price so it would sit unsold and they'd use it for their romps.
So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You think that's a lawsuit against? That's the real estate agent?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Nicole had nothing to do with this house, right?
Yeah, right.
Nicole, you haven't been in New Jersey lately,
I
have
was
you?
the realtor.
But he was involved with 10 different women.
Well, he says that he was kissing in the kitchen and having sex in the master bedroom. They call
Kissing in the kitchen?
Wait, this is great.
What was
Listen
he
to
doing in the
this.
dining room?
Says this
Was he
can't
eating
be.
there?
This can't be true. But you know what the owner of the home's name was?
I don't want to know.
No, it's Wiener. It says Wiener and his wife discovered the intruders.
Oh, the Wiener. Isn't that guy from New York?
Called the
Patrick
cops.
Wiener?
No, what's the guy
was-
from New
yeah,
York
the
that ran and
politician.
lost?
Yeah, Mr.
Patrick Wiener?
Wiener.
Is that his name?
I think we've done
That
this
could have
now.
been him.
Yes, there is a lawsuit, as a matter of fact. There is a pending lawsuit, and this is hard to believe. But the idiot realtors have filed a countersuit for $1 million claiming I don't know if there could be any truth, tried to blackmail them with his video footage. It also says it didn't help that both these realtors were married.
To each other?
No, not to each other. Jesus, Richard, you took your idiot pill, I see today.
All
So
right.
that's the story. Now we have we only have 2 minutes
story.
left. My goodness,
No, I think Freddie's trying to tell us there's a rabbit outside.
It's a rabbit. Okay. Well, here are the last stories I had. 9 things you didn't want to know, or that you did know about prostitution in America.
What, 9,
I will
not 10?
Say
They
that.
had to come up with 9?
9. And some of it's obvious. And then the last story I had, Florida family falls ill after eating meat tainted with LSD.
Where'd they buy that? In the supermarket?
Tampa.
Luckily, they
a
don't
woman who
tear
was
off
9
the
months
penis.
pregnant and her family became ill after eating meat tainted with LSD. We take that case too, Richard.
Good
so
case.
I'm sure they have. It says Tampa police say doctors induced labor and the woman had a boy. That's something, though. LSD, thank God her baby's okay. Well, I don't
What?
think they caught it. Yeah, the meat was contaminated. They bought the
How does
round
that
steak at a
happen?
Walmart in Tampa.
Oh, well.
How is that possible? It's like
I don't know.
I
But you
hear
know,
that
we're
song.
out of
I hear our
time.
song, our theme song.
crazy.
All right, we hope everybody enjoyed being with us. The lovely Nicole won't be here the next 2 weeks. We'll see
Yeah.
what we can do about a fill-in. But
Yes.
Nicole will try and call us from New
I will
Jersey.
call.
I hope so.
I will.
So, another great show.
Thank
I
you,
enjoyed
Richard.
it.
You enjoyed the
Learned a
last
lot.
20 minutes you
Yeah.
were here.
I was here more than 20 minutes.
No,
Come
it's
on,
like
38
35.
minutes. So,
I got your seat from now on. This is my seat.
that's your seat. It's the hot
Okay.
seat. So,
All right.
we'll be back next week, right, Alan?
Good night, everybody. Yes, we will,
ya in
Richard.
3
Good night,
weeks.
7 o'clock.
everybody.
Good night,
Woo.
and we'll see you
night.
next Friday night.
You've been listening to the Elkins and Friedman Know Nothing Show, where maybe you learned a little something in spite of them. To reach Alan Elkins or Rich Friedman at their offices, call 954-772-6014 or 561-738-5988. Out of area, call toll-free 1-800-922-1277 or go online to elkinsandfriedman.com. Friedman is spelled with 2 E's. Be back here next week for more from Elkins and Friedman and their Know Nothing Show.